Hello and welcome to the weather update. Let's put that back on the screen, shall we? Hello and welcome to the weather update. It's 8 o'clock, February 7th, 2020. A lot of wind today. I think we had some record high temperatures too across the area we got to talk about. And first, let's talk about this sky. We had some really beautiful cloud formations. This is what you call virga. So this is like snow that's falling. It's not reaching the ground at all. And this was taken around 4:30 this afternoon. Absolutely spectacular. Here's another picture of it. You can see the virga right there. Another picture of the virga. Absolutely beautiful to see this. It's snow falling, but it's not reaching the ground. And again, this is around 4:30 this afternoon. Really rapidly turning colder. However, it was quite warm earlier in the day, and unfortunately, I saw my fair share of really creepy people, bums around Mineola and Hicksville. Really creepy, but that's what happens when it's warm. But the temperatures are dropping now. So let's talk about the winds. I guess that's the first thing we're going to talk about here. It's not warm anymore, fortunately. Temperatures have dropped into the mid-30s. But peak wind gusts today. Central Park had a 46-mile-an-hour wind gust. Kennedy had a 59-mile-an-hour wind gust. LaGuardia 52. Newark 54. Look at Islip, 63 miles an hour. Wow. Farmingdale, 56-mile-an-hour peak wind gust. I'm not going to go over all these. New Haven, 52. And West Hampton, 61 miles an hour. This is the peak wind gust graphic here from the Weather Service. But we're also going to look at the wind reports from the Weather Service as well, or the text version of it. And you can see gusts in the 50s, and New Haven County lighthouse 0.53. Bridgeport and Fairfield County had a wind gust of 54. Look at New London, Groton Airport, 59 mile an hour wind gust. 54 mile an hour at Newark Airport. In Uniondale, 51 mile an hour wind gust. Merrick, 50 miles an hour. Massapequa Park, where the Good Life people live, 48. So even they dealt with some wind. JFK Airport, 59 mile an hour winds. LaGuardia, 52 mile an hour wind gust. Oh boy, yeah, this is where it gets interesting. That Great Gull Island, boy, 74. That is hurricane force, I believe. Let me just make that a little larger so you can see that 74 mile an hour gust at Great Gull Island there. 74, and let me keep it in the larger because we had another gust to 72 at Stony Brook. Orient Point, 70 mile an hour wind gust. Fishers Island Airport, 65. Islip Airport, 63. Eaton's Neck, 63. Orient, 62. West Hampton Airport, 61. So the eastern part of Suffolk County really got the worst of it, I think. And these are some sustained wind readings, too, which are pretty remarkable. Look at JFK, sustained wind near 50 miles an hour. Islip, sustained wind at 47. So really impressive winds. The Euro was right on about those winds today. It was like the first model to pick up on that, and the Euro and the NAM were the first model to pick up on how bad things were going to be with the winds. And sure enough, we had some really high winds across the area today. So right now, we're going to look at the radar. There's not much to see. We had a couple of flurries in the late afternoon, but now we just have the wind advisory. The high wind warning is now over with, but I do want to look at some of the other information here. So we're going to go into the text products and look at some of these, see if there are any local storm reports from this wind damage, because there may be some storm reports. Let's go. Looks like there is, yes, 60 mile an hour wind gust. These are just observations. That's Bayville. But there has been some trees down. These are mostly just observations here in the local storm report area. Let's see if we have any reports on the rainfall for this storm. Probably not, because the rainfall wasn't all that impressive, so I don't think they're going to issue one. I don't think so. We didn't get as much. We got a good amount of rain, maybe around an inch, but we didn't get the 2 inches that were forecasted for our area. Actually, I do want to go back to this because I want to look at the climate. We'll go to the power outages in a minute, but I want to see, because I thought I heard, at least according to that preppy blonde on News 12, that there was a record high today. So let's see if there was a record high or not. She said there was a record high. So let's see. We're going to go over some of these and see if there was a record high today. Yes, Central Park broke the record at 56. That was a record. It broke the record of 54 set in 1938. So we set a new record high today at Central Park. Let's see if Islip set a record high. They might have set a record high too. So at least she did bring that up. Yep, 54 record high at Islip. So that was a record high for the date as well. 54 degrees record high. I'm surprised the Weather Service didn't put that up. So quite warm, and I'm very curious to see how New Jersey did with their records as far as the records high as well. See, because it probably got even warmer in New Jersey than it was here. So let's take a look and see if we can get the climate reports from that. Oh, look at this. All right, so here looks like there was a tornado in Cecil County, which it was an EF1 tornado. So here's the preliminary report. This was in Maryland. I don't know where this is in Maryland, Cecil County, Maryland, but look at this tornado, EF1, 100-mile-an-hour winds, almost a mile on the ground, and it was 600 wide yard. This is February, and we're seeing tornadoes. This is some very unusual stuff, very unusual to see. Of course, and they did issue, yes, severe thunderstorm warning. This was issued earlier on for Toms River, and this was until 11:45. That was that. There was some wind with that as well. I'm trying to see if there are any links to any. We'll have to go into the text products to find if there was any wind reports here, as far as from the Mount Holly office. Let's go ahead and see if there are any. All right, that's the tornado that happened in Cecil County. So it happened at 9:39 this morning. It was an EF1, 600. Wow. So trees uprooted, damage, absolutely insane. A tornado in February. That's absolutely crazy. As far as wind reports, I'd like to see some wind reports, but I don't think we have. All right, let's see. Maybe we got to go older. Let's see. I don't know if they've got a wind. These are nope. All right, we don't have any wind reports from Mount Holly, but that tornado is significant, even though it's in Maryland, a little bit outside our area. That's quite remarkable to see. So let's go to the climate information here. So we're going to look for. They kind of bury it on their site, trying to find it. Climate information. I think this is it. Here we go. Let's see what Atlantic City hit today, because they might have set a record too. Let's see. Nope, not a record in Atlantic City. 62 was the high. Atlantic City did not break the record. Record was 64. Let's see. Trenton, New Jersey. Let's see. It's the closest official reporting site to Toms River. Nope, didn't break the record. So maybe they didn't break the record over there, but we'll see how warm it was in Toms River, because I'm sure it got up there. So let's take a look and see that. So right now 37. See the west wind to 12, gusting to 23. So we're in the upper 30s. Toms River got up to, I don't know why this doesn't read. It says 61 here, but it's saying 51. So that's a mistake, because you can see it clearly says 61. So Toms River, but their machine was broken for a while. 61. 61 was the high, according to that, which is quite warmer than we were. Gusts up to 43. So the wind wasn't quite as bad there. I think we got it a little worse with the wind. Let's see. Curious about. Let's check McGuire, because that one might give us a more accurate high. Yeah, 61. So probably around 61. It's a lot warmer than here. A lot warmer than here. So now let's go to the power outages. We have 2,375 people without powers, mostly small scattered power outages again due to this wind, causing some trees to fall on tree limbs to fall on power lines. Here's a satellite image. You can see trying to clear out here, and I think we will hopefully have some good amount of sunshine tomorrow. And this is the current conditions again across our area. You can see we're still seeing some wind gusts up to 42 at the buoys, 30s, but we've dropped down to the mid 30s. So a real sharp drop in the temperature across our area. Here's another look at the temperatures, and you can see temperatures. Well, it's not working properly. The temperatures were in the 30s, mid 30s. So let's take a look at the models. Let's see what's going to be happening as we head into this weekend and the next week. There's lots a ton to talk about here in this weather update. So we're going to look at the surface first, and you can see here's that low pulling away. Here's this high building in. Strong northwest flow. Should be a good amount of sunshine, dry air tomorrow. And then that high moves off. And then we see a little area of clouds and precipitation over area Sunday. Next system rolls through for Monday with the return flow. Then we're dealing with the stall front Monday, Wednesday, and another low riding along this stall frontal boundary. Could be another soaker for next Thursday. And this high builds in. And this could be bringing some colder weather. But then that moves out, and the next system moves in. And, this is in the real long range here. It might be a little snow, but that's really long range. And then, another low tracking west of us again. And then toward the end of the period, of course, it tries to get something going, possibly for some snow for us. That's way toward the end of the period, of course. So, let's go and look at the upper air pattern here and see. Let's go to the upper air pattern. So much to talk about. So many things going on with the weather right now. It's not a great upper air pattern. You can see we got this trough, but then that ridge builds back in the east, trough in the west. And a little trough swings through Friday, but nothing really sustained. No real sustained cold. Here comes a bigger trough for Thursday. That's that rainstorm behind that. We might get some really cold air. And then toward the end of the period, of course, it tries to develop a trough in the east and keep it there. But, I'll believe it when I see it. And the model's always been doing that for all winter long, and it never seems to verify. So let's see what we're going to be doing with the temperatures. So we're going to first start off with our temperature anomaly chart here. And you can see well above normal for tomorrow. We're close to average and below average to our north. There's going to be some really cold air just to our north, unfortunately, that we're not going to get into. If you're upstate in like Plattsburgh, your high is going to be like 10 tomorrow, so I'm really jealous of you. Unfortunately, the warm air starts rolling back in Sunday, Monday, and then we're kind of stuck with it until this next plunge comes through and tries to get into the picture for later Friday into next Saturday. Could be quite cold, actually. Could be a nice little shot of maybe a little Arctic air next Friday into Saturday. Warms up again, and then after that, we're waiting a while for the next. But it looks like we will get a shot of some cold air for a week from now. Really cold air, kind of cold air we should be having. So let's take a close look at the GFS temperatures as we head into the weekend. So here we go. We're heading into tomorrow. See how temperatures are dropping into the mid-20s by the morning. So it'll be in the mid-20s. That wind, it's probably going to feel like it's around 10 or 15 with the wind maybe. And then we go up to the mid-30s on Long Island and probably low 40s if you're in Ocean County, New Jersey. A little warmer over there. Of course, it always is. But look upstate. So if you're up in Plattsburgh, look at that. You're struggling to reach 10. And look what happens tomorrow night. You go below 0. So, Maine, they're going to get some really cold weather. Unfortunately, the wind direction is from the west-northwest. It's not enough to bring that really cold air straight down on us. So, and I'm sorry. I got to rant about this. You people who want it warm all the time, you don't understand. It's supposed to be cold in the winter, all right? If you don't like the cold weather, I suggest you move to a warm climate, all right? You have to understand something. Cold weather is an important part of winter, and without it, it causes big problems, all right, whether you like it or not, all right? So that's my point, all right? I don't want people commenting, oh, it's great, it's been warm. It's not great for the environment that it's been warm, all right? It's great for you that it's been warm, but it's not supposed to be that way in winter in New York, in Long Island. So tomorrow we have, I'm sorry, I just had to put that out there. So tomorrow, Sunday we get back up into the mid-40s, unfortunately, and then we warm up again. Probably hanging on to low 40s, not too much above normal for Monday, but look at that warm air off to the south. That's going to try to make its way toward us maybe. Keeps the cold air over us Tuesday. Oh, that's good. So at least we don't get into that really warm air. And then we're down to around 40 for Wednesday, and then look at that next plunge. So you can see here's a front setting up here. Going to be cold rain for Thursday. And then here comes the front Friday. Look at that. So we may struggle to reach the freezing mark on Long Island if this verifies. I'm hoping it verifies. Maybe we'll only be in the mid-30s. Well, Probably still mid-30s. Of course, you're going above freezing if you're in Ocean County, New Jersey. But look what happens in the evening. Now, the really Arctic air comes in. Look at that. But in the morning, we're dropping down to around 10 degrees, or maybe even single digits. Yes, over midnight. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I'm hoping this plunge verifies. Here's Saturday, and look at that. In the morning, you're going to be waking up to temps in the single digits, maybe around 0 just north of the city. And then for Saturday, we're only getting into the mid-20s. Yes, we'll be below freezing for one day. Yes, but unfortunately, it only lasts for one day. Then we're back up again, above normal. So we do have a plunge to really look forward to, and we'll have to deal with some more crappy warm air after that. But wow, that's really. It's supposed to be cold in the winter. Without sustained cold in the winter, you have insect pests, you have more disease. You need cold weather, unless you like the environment dying around you. All right, I got a rant about that. I'm sorry, but it just annoys me. Go to Florida if you don't like the cold. Move there. We have too many people here as it is in New York. Could use a few less. All right. Sorry, I really am sorry. It just grinds my gears. All right, so here we go. We're going to look at the skies last here as we head into Saturday. Start off with some clouds around midnight. Then we clear out, and we should have clear skies to start. And some clouds roll in later in the afternoon, but I think we should have some nice sunny clear skies till around 1 o'clock. And it looks like maybe more sun if you're in New Jersey. Maybe you'll get another extra hour of sun before these clouds roll in. And then we're dealing with the clouds again all week long after that. And we probably won't see the sun until maybe Friday we break out with that beautiful Arctic air that's going to come in and bring us an amazing day Saturday. I can't freaking wait. Can't freaking wait. We need that. Let's look at the NAM. So here's the NAM model, and you can see clear skies to start tomorrow, and maybe a few more clouds in the afternoon. But still, it should be a pretty nice day tomorrow. So get out there and enjoy it. We're going to see the sun. We're going to have some blue sky, and it's not going to be warm. It's going to be right about average. And for next week, next Friday into Saturday, I hope that plunge verifies. I do not want to be disappointed. We need that plunge so badly. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.